What's up guys, welcome to another video. This is Sunny from personalmasteryquest.com, and today I'm going to show you how to attract a relationship into your life with much more ease and simplicity than you're used to. Before I give you the 4 easy ways to attract a relationship into your life, I want to quickly talk about what makes an awesome relationship, one that is worth getting into. A healthy relationship is when two people come together and share their already existing abundance of happiness and pleasantness. Whereas a problematic relationship is when two people who feel lonely and insecure come together and derive their happiness and sense of self from one another. So real quick, what's the difference between the two? In the first case, happiness exists independent of the other person. But when it comes together, it expands the happiness of both people and it flows with much greater intensity. Whereas in the second case, the sense of self is misplaced within the other person. And this causes a lot of dependent relationships to form, where the theme of the relationship is, if you act this way, then I will like you. If you act this way, then I will treat you differently. In the second case, you're constantly looking for happiness externally, but what you're actually doing is you're trying to distract yourself from the emptiness and the insecurity that you feel within. And that only lasts until problems inevitably begin to come up in the relationship, and then that happiness that you were deriving from the other person also vanishes, just leaving you even more empty and more insecure. So I want to start this video by saying that if you are not happy just by yourself, and if you're in that state of you need a relationship right now, you are not ready to be in a relationship. If you do get into a relationship in that current state, your relationship will most likely have a lot of problems and will fail in the long run. Because see, with attracting relationships, it's all about the energy that you put out into the world. So if you're putting out that energy of lack and need and attachment, then most likely you're going to attract a similar energy towards you. You are going to attract towards yourself someone who is congruent with those qualities of yours. Or due to the law of polarity, you'll attract someone who's the exact opposite, and they're going to balance out your traits of neediness, guilt, and attachment with oppressiveness and manipulation. And that's also not a healthy relationship. So before getting into a relationship, make sure you let go of all that need and attachment, and that you feel good within yourself. You feel good just by yourself, and you feel happy. Start to build up your self-esteem and sense of worth. And that's a whole topic for a completely different video, which I might make later on. But now, getting into the 4 ways to easily attract a relationship in your life. Number 1, love yourself. Build up an appreciation for your unique qualities. Get into a state where you feel inferior or superior to nobody. And you do this by letting go of comparing yourself to everybody else, and also by letting go of judging other people for their own qualities. Realize that literally, no matter how much they might make it seem, everybody, on Instagram, Facebook, no matter how happy they might seem and how good looking and amazing and perfect they might seem, they are not perfect. Everybody has good qualities and bad qualities. Everybody has flaws. Someone might be good looking, but not very good intellectually. Someone might be very smart, but not good looking. Someone might be very good at cooking, but bad at everything else. The list goes on, but what you need to do is find your own unique strengths and start to cultivate them. Start to build them up. By doing that, you'll actually build up your self-image and sense of worth. As a result, you'll start to love yourself. But it all starts by letting go of comparing yourself and also letting go of focusing on your negative traits. Simply focus on what is good about you and start building that part about you up and express yourself in your unique manner. When you work on your own unique qualities and you start to love yourself for them, you start to radiate this loving energy outwards. And what happens is that people kind of get a sense of this subconsciously. So when you're out socializing with other people, they feel that sense of security radiating from you. And as a result, you attract someone to you who also radiates that same kind of energy. Number 2, get rid of all pre-existing negative beliefs that you have about relationships. Relationships are like this. Oh, all guys are like that. All girls are like that. Relationships never go as planned. They never turn out to be successful. Let go of all of that. None of that is true. That is only true for most people because most people get into those problematic relationships that I discussed before. Their relationships are more like 2 egos constantly at war with each other rather than a communion of love and happiness. So do yourself a favor and let go of all these pre-existing negative beliefs and go into this process of attracting a relationship without any pre-existing biases. You'll thank yourself later for it. Realize that people always find what they seek. So if you constantly go into this process thinking all guys are like this, all girls are like that, you will find what you are focusing on. Number 3, visualize your ideal relationship. So for 10 minutes a day, sit down with conscious intent and imagine the type of relationship that you want to have. Imagine yourself, sitting with an abstract personality, it doesn't have to be a specific person. Visualize the things that you like to do, doing it with that person, feeling all the positive emotions that you would get from that relationship. So feeling that sense of security, feeling that real happiness, that sense of joy and appreciation. What this does is it programs your subconscious mind and tells it where you want to go. It's basically like a GPS system, and you're kind of entering the address. Anything that you are constantly imagining is, where your life is headed. So this is a great way to program that into your subconscious mind. Visualize it for at least 10 minutes a day. What it also does is it attunes your thought energy to the version of yourself that is already in a loving relationship. So if you're constantly thinking and feeling like you are already in a loving relationship, you are bound to attract one sooner than later. If you don't yet know how to visualize properly, click up here for the video I have on visualization. It walks you through the entire process. And lastly, number 4, take action. Stop waiting around for the right person to come into your life, right? Don't just stay there complacent, not doing anything, not moving towards the direction. If you truly feel that you are ready to be in a relationship based on the guidelines that we discussed before, then put that into action and start taking steps towards creating that into your life. So with attracting relationships, you don't want to be pushy or work hard to get into a relationship. You don't want to be putting that kind of energy out into the world. It's only going to work against you. But at the same time, keep taking consistent action towards the goal. So maybe go out, socialize much more. Maybe join a dating app. Whatever it might be, there's so many ways to meet other people. Put them into practice. Start to really take action towards this goal without necessarily working hard or striving for it. Put your energy into action. Come from love, come from abundance, come from happiness, and you are bound to attract an amazing loving relationship, one that matches your qualities, one that is congruent to the energy that you are putting out into the world. So that is all that I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and share this video with a friend who would also find it helpful. If you'd like to get personally coached by me one-on-one, click the link in the description box below and I'll take you right there. Other than that, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.